Numbers and their pattern have always created curiosity to many of us. Today, using this video, let us try to understand some special sequence of numbers. I, Mrs. Achala Verma, PGT Mathematics, Birla Balika Vidyapeeth, Pilani, Rajasthan, would like to explain to you all some special sequences using very interesting situations called as geometric progressions. Let us take a triangle. This is an equilateral triangle with all its sides equal. Let us consider the perimeter of this triangle as P. Now, when we join the midpoints of the sides of this triangle, we get another triangle. You can see that the sides of this red triangle would be exactly half of the sides of the green triangle. Therefore, the perimeter of this red triangle becomes half of the perimeter of the green triangle. If we join the midpoints of this red triangle, we get another triangle which is again half of the sides of this blue triangle are half of the sides of the red triangle. And therefore, the perimeter of this blue triangle would be half of the perimeter of the red triangle, and it will be 1/4 of the perimeter of the green triangle. If we continue joining midpoints of the sides of the triangle that we get, we would get another triangle which would be half of the blue, the perimeter of which triangle would be half of the perimeter of the blue triangle, and in turn this yellow triangle would have the perimeter 1/8 of the perimeter of the green triangle. What would be the sequence of numbers that we get? Let us look at the sequence of the numbers that we get with the perimeter of the triangles. The sequence of numbers would look like this. The first term would be P, and the second would be 1/2P, the third would be 1/4P, and the fourth would be 1/8P. You can observe that the ratio of the consecutive two terms would always be equal to 1/2. Now this is about the perimeter. What would happen about the area of such a triangle? Let us see. Let us assume that the area of the green triangle is equal to A. Then the area of the red triangle that we get by joining the midpoints of this triangle would be equal to 1/4 the area of the green triangle. Then what would be the area of the blue triangle? It would be 1/4 of the area of the red triangle. Isn't it interesting? So the area of the blue triangle would be 1/4 into 1/4A. If we look at the area of the yellow triangle which we got by joining the midpoints of the sides of the blue triangle, it would be 1/4 of the area of the blue triangle. That means the area of the yellow triangle is 1/64 of the area of the green triangle. What is the pattern that we are getting with the sequence of area of these triangles? It would be the first term is A, the second 1/4A, the third 1/16A, and the fourth 1/64A. You can see again the ratio of two consecutive terms is equal to 1/4. Isn't it very interesting? Let us look at another situation. Suppose I want to find out the number of ancestors that I have, say for me, okay? Starting with me being the first term. So that's me, that is one person. I have two parents, so that is two people. I have four grandparents, that is the number 4. Then I have 8 great grandparents, and I have 16 great grandparents. What would be the sequence of numbers that we get? It is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 and so on. That means if I multiply a term with 2, I would get the next term. So I can find out the number of ancestors up to maybe generations backwards to 10 generations. Isn't it amazing? The ratio of 2 consecutive terms here is 2. Is this possible in any other situation? Let's see. Now this particular situation where I have a cylinder filled with gas. Let us suppose that whenever I pump the cylinder, 1/4 of the gas is pumped out. Then the amount of gas that is left in the cylinder is 3/4 of the volume of the gas that was originally there. So every time I pump out 1/4 of the gas and I am left with 3/4 of the gas which is present in the cylinder. If I go on repeating this process, what is the sequence of numbers that I get? Let's look at the sequence of numbers that we get. It would be V, that is the original volume of the gas in the cylinder. Then the second term would be 3/4V. Because I pumped out 1/4 of the gas, I am left with 3/4 of the volume of the gas. Now 3/4 of the volume of the gas is occupied in the whole cylinder. And when I pump it again, 1/4 of this is gone out and I am left with 3/4 of the 3/4 of the volume of the cylinder. Isn't it amazing? Now what do you observe here? Again, you see the terms to be V, 3/4V, 9/16V, 27/64V. The ratio of the consecutive two terms here would be equal to 3/4. So in all these 4 situations that you have seen, what do you observe? You observe that ratio of any 2 consecutive terms is a constant. Or maybe we can say, if I multiply a term with some constant number, I would get the next term. So such sequences which we get by multiplying by a fixed number are called as geometric sequences or geometric progression. So let us define geometric progression. A sequence of numbers in which ratio of consecutive terms is a constant is called a geometric progression. In general, we write a GP as A, AR, AR square, so on, AR to the power n-1, where AR to the power n-1 is the nth term. And we say A is the first term and R is the common ratio. Now let us look at some mathematical examples. If we take multiples of 3 starting with 1, 1 would be 3 to the power 0, 3 would be 3 to the power 1, then 9 is 3 to the power 2, so on. We would get a geometric progression with first term 1 and common ratio 3. Similarly, we can have the powers of 1/5 as another sequence which you can see with the first term 1 and common ratio 1/5. Or we could begin with the first term as 10 and the powers of 10, which would give us a geometric progression with first term 10 and the common ratio 10. And look at the last example, which is very interesting. You have 7, 7, 7. Amazingly, this is also a geometric progression with the first term being 7 and the common ratio being 1. I hope you have understood what is the geometric progression is, and this video has been of some use to understand this concept. Thank you.